Making his way to the ring now, Mujibillo Tursunov of Uzbekistan. This next fight, a light welterweight, 63.5 kilos. Tursunov, 4-0 as a pro, but has kept his elite amateur career going. Alongside that, got to the quarterfinals at lightweight in the World Championships last year. Won the Stranger tournament last year, actually. I saw him at the World Champs in Serbia in 2021 when he got to the last 8 there, but then ran into Andy Cruz, which at that stage was terminal because Cruz was in the middle of that rampant spell, towards the end of it actually. A silver medal at the World Military Games too, so he's a good fighter, Tursunov.
Representando a los domadores de Cuba, Lazaro Alvarez.
Lazaro Alvarez, such a decorated fighter, 3-time world champion, 2011, 2013, 2015, 3-time Pan American champion, and a 3-time Olympic bronze medalist. Long-time teammate of Iglesias Lopez on the cruise. We will see over the course of the evening. 2-time WSB winner.
En la esquina dorada, Uzbekistan, Mujibillo Tursunov, 24 años, récord 4 victorias sin derrotas. En la esquina negra de los domadores de Cuba, Lazaro Álvarez, 33 años. 3 veces medallista olímpico, 3 veces campeón mundial, récord 6 victorias sin derrotas. Los jueces que actuarán en este combate: juez número 1, Emerson Pastor de Guatemala; juez número 2, Verónica Sachs de Hungría; juez número 3, Luca Batilonga de Italia. El árbitro de este combate es José Romero de España.
Jose Romero, our referee. Six 6-0 as a pro, Alvarez. 4-0 Tursunov. The main difference between the two of them there is the age. Alvarez, 33 years old, an awful lot of fights under his belt. Didn't make it to the recent Olympic Games in Paris. Seidel Horta, we've just seen, went at 57 kilos. There is Andy Alvarez, who we'll see a little bit later, went at 63.5 in this weight division and won gold, of course. Alvarez in the black, Tursunov in the white. Just reaching for the left hand a little bit there, Alvarez. That back foot came up off the canvas and round. Looking for that left into the body there, Alvarez. I think he caught the left hand on the way in from Tursunov, who's nice and balanced, well set up, compact. That's good from Tursunov. Just moving that head, having that long left hand from Alvarez, just slide over his shoulder. Neither one of these two has really found their range yet. Tursunov just creeping in with that front foot. He needs to get close, dipping at the waist, sends a right hand into the body. Good left hand there from Alvarez, just caught Tursunov as he was opening out. That put him straight back on his heels, perfectly timed. Just trying to hook off the ropes there to Tursunov, but I think he was shaken by that shot. Looking at his eyes, he seems okay, but he definitely felt that. That was all about the timing. He'd come a bit square. Tursunov was trying to open out with his right hand. He was standing a little bit tall, and as he came in, Alvarez just whipped that left hand up like a rattlesnake and just clipped him. Fainting with that front foot there, Tursunov, trying to draw something from Alvarez without too much success, heading towards the last 30 seconds of round one. Now the bell goes. Uzbekistan had a fantastic time at the recent Olympic Games. 5 gold medals, outshone everybody, Cuba included. That's in the men's category, of course. And that was that left hand. And that will have been enough to take the round for Alvarez. Very, very eye-catching shot. Other than that, neither one really landed an awful lot that was all that clean. Into the second, and Tursunov immediately just looking to try and just alter the level of his head, alter that height, flex those knees, keep those shoulders rolling, keep those shoulders moving, particularly when he gets into that pocket within punching range. He's got to keep that head on the move. Right hand into the body there from Tursunov. He's looking nice and busy here, but this will take it out of him. He's up on his toes more than he was in the first round. Looks to whip that right hand long into the body again. Good jab from Alvarez. He's much more economical in his movements. There's that left hand again. Good left hand again there from Alvarez. Tursunov, though, got nice and close there, and although he did wear one on the way in, this is what he's going to need to do, really. He's got to try and keep that pressure on Alvarez as much as he possibly can. Again, the 1-2 there from Alvarez was solid, but it was mostly taken on the gloves from Tursunov. He's got to try and maintain this tempo and trust that he will get to his man over the course of these 6 rounds. He cannot box at Alvarez's pace and allow him to dictate the tempo. He caught by left hand again there as he slightly lost his balance as he was heading towards the ropes. With these kinds of tactics, it's in the second half really that he'll see the reward from them if it does indeed come. And some good exchanges here. Left hand into the body from Tursunov, but again, that left hand working for Alvarez. There's some blood coming from the left eye there of Lazaro Alvarez. And there's a cut just under the eyebrow, I think. And he's wiping that blood away. It's in a place where I think the blood probably is going to go into the eye. It's not running clear, and you can see him again just dab at it there. So that is a problem for him. Nice left hand there, and Tursunov has seen it and he's encouraged by it, and he's really looking to get after him now. Bell goes at the end of the second, and that was another Alvarez round. He picked some sweet shots in there, but it'd be good to get a look at that left eye, because that's not great, that cut. looking at it in real time, it was very difficult to see how deep it is, but it looks to me like it's sort of central, just under the eyebrow. Well, you see it there, it's towards the left-hand side, towards his left-hand side. So heading towards the corner of the eye, but just not quite far enough in the corner, I don't think, that the blood's going to run clear. That could have been it there. He does bring that head in quite low to Tursunov. He's got a slightly clumsy look about him when he's coming forward. So he lost that round, he's lost these first 2 rounds to Tursunov, but he needs to just keep the faith. Believe that if he can keep applying the pressure that he can get to his man, maybe in the second half, and there is that cut. I don't think it was caused by a punch, but it will encourage him anyway. Just comes up with a left hand there, Alvarez, as he was just being backed up towards the corner. Good left hand into the body there from Alvarez. 2 or 3 of them landed. The right hand came back from Tursunov, and again there, but Alvarez had those gloves up. Done a good job on that cut in the corner. It hasn't come open again yet in this round. Just punched his way back into centre ring there, Alvarez. Again, Tursunov here, just in behind that guard, just trying to back him up towards the ropes. But he's clever, Alvarez, at just making enough space for himself and just catching Tursunov on the way in. The ref just having a word about keeping the head up, and a rueful nod there from Tursunov, because I don't think there's really all that much he can do about it, to be honest. It's a stylistic thing for him. He has that high guard, and he does get quite low as he moves forward. Good body shot from Alvarez. Nice combination there as Tursunov was stood a little bit too still within punching range. As he moves in there, he's got to do something to Tursunov. He has to throw something. He can't just walk in on someone like this Cuban. Again, he's in range there, and Alvarez just able to let his hands go. Most of it was blocked. That's good head movement from Tursunov. And he is sticking to his guns here, right hand, but that was blocked mainly by Alvarez, who again just takes that little half step back and creates a space for himself as Tursunov comes forward. Left hand into the body from Alvarez, and then switches up to the head. Right hand from Tursunov lands just before the bell. A little bit of a lingering look between the two. Alvarez, as he has been for such a long time, a very difficult man to pin down. Both of these two up early off their stools as we head into the second half. This one's scheduled for 6. This is IBA Champions Night, coming to you from Coliseo de la Ciudad Deportivo Havana, Cuba on International Boxing Day. And again, right at the start of the round, Tursunov just gathers those gloves, hunches those shoulders, and looks to try and swagger in on Lazaro Alvarez as best he can. But Alvarez, you look at his feet and they're just always the same distance apart. Where one goes, the other one follows. He's just able to create that little bit of distance as Tursunov comes forward. Good example there, throws that one to Tursunov. Coming in, gets caught by that left hand a couple of times. An uppercut and then a straight left hand. And as I said previously, he's sticking to the plan here, Tursunov, but it's just not really yet paying any dividends for him. Against a mercurial fighter, I think you could describe Alvarez as. Possibly not as mercurial as he was a few years ago, but still very, very good. Good defense there from Alvarez. He let his hands go there to Tursunov, but the gloves were up. And they really have done well with that cut to Cuban corner, because that looked to me like that could be a problem, because there was enough blood coming from it, and you could tell by the way he was dabbing at it that he was having to clear it out of his eye. But it's barely opened up again since. Just setting his feet there, Alvarez, and looking to sink the left hand in particular. Long overhand right there from Tursunov. Just about got to the target, but again there, that left glove comes up from Alvarez and blocks that right hand. The all-round skills are still very much on point. Good left hand from Alvarez. Just snuck that one in round the back of the guard, found the gap. And again, and that left hand just crunches into the chin there of Tursunov. He won't be discouraged, the Uzbek fighter. He keeps coming forward, but he's been caught again and again. Into the fifth. That long left hand of Alvarez, that long uppercut almost that he throws. It's one of those shots that travels further than the opponent think it's capable of travelling. Looking to lead off with a left hook there to Tursunov. He wasn't far away with that one. And again, there's a lot of effort being put in here by the Uzbek. That has been right from the start. Nice left hand into the body there. Was short with the uppercut, but followed through. A right hand lead there. And he's still trying to bring the heat here, the boxer in white. And just some signs in the first minute of round 5 that he might be starting to get somewhere. He's 4 rounds down here, so he needs something pretty significant in these final 2. And this is a big effort from him in round 5 so far. Well, that was a little bit cheeky there from Alvarez. Tursunov just gave him a little tap back. He's having a good round here, Tursunov. His best round of the fight, I would say. He just needs to stick to his guns here. Good left hand there, though, from Alvarez, but good combination there from Tursunov. He's caught by another left as he comes in. But as I said earlier in the fight, it was always going to be this way when you look at the 2 styles. But digging his toes in, looking for the uppercut, and then as he tried to let that right hand go again, a little bit like he was in that first round, he just walked onto a left hand and was rocked onto his heels. And this is the difficulty he's got, because the first minute and a half of this round, he was bringing some good pressure. Alvarez wasn't doing all that much punching, and he was on top. Certainly the visual was that he was on top, but in the second half of the round, he's got a little bit more ragged because he's feeling the heat himself in there, particularly boxing the way that he has. The gaps have appeared, and Alvarez has taken advantage of them. And that's what makes it such a difficult job. You have to really, really try and put a fighter like that under pressure. Exactly the same thing with somebody like Julio La Cruz, who we'll see later on. You've got to try and put them under just the highest degree of educated pressure you can, but that's hard. It takes it out of you, and if your shape and technique goes a bit, then they will find the gaps, and Tursunov isn't a guy who's got watertight technique in any case. Good lead left uppercut there. He's put a real shift in here, Tursunov, but unless he knocks Lazaro Alvarez out in this final round, then he's going to lose this fight. And Alvarez has been good to watch here. Very, very happy to mix it. Left hand there from Alvarez. Sweat just spraying all over me. Those two were right above me on the ropes there. Right hand from Tursunov. And I think we're going to get a good final round here, because Uzbek will continue to bring it, and Alvarez, I'm pretty sure, will meet him. He'll know that he's a mile ahead here, Alvarez, but that is not going to see him just cover up and get on his bike for the remaining 2 minutes. That is not going to happen. Nice sharp left hand into the body there from the Cuban. Right hand comes back from the Uzbek. Alvarez just chasing after Belousov a little bit there with the right hand. And just trying to grab a bit of a rest there, I think, Tursunov. Getting a hold of Alvarez and not letting him go, because, as I've been saying, he's put a massive effort in this fight, Tursunov, right from the very start. Good left hand into the body there from Alvarez. Gestures to the crowd who respond and then rattles off another combination. He's put everything into this, the visitor. Alvarez has been nice and loose, letting those hands go. Good head movement again there, just sways back and stays out of the way. And blood just coming from that cut again for the first time really since it opened up. But there's not long to go now. And as I said previously, seeing the likes of this guy and Julio de Cruz and Arlen Lopez and Ronnie Iglesias, who've been international teammates for so long, all on the same card here in Havana, is an absolute privilege. They boxed on that same Cuban Domadores team many times in their home country, but given the stages of their careers that they're at, you just feel that this is a bit different. We won't necessarily see it again. I could be wrong. But there goes the final bell, and Alvarez celebrating the win. Just bouncing up and down on the corner post. And he's won every round there. But like the fighter who boxed out of the home corner in the fight before him, Ruslan Belousov, Mujibillo Tursunov there has given it everything he's got. But he just couldn't catch up often enough with a man who down the years has proved himself to be a master craftsman.
La decisión del segundo combate de la noche en la división de los 63,5 kilogramos. El ganador por votación unánime en la esquina negra de los domadores de Cuba,
Winner by unanimous decision. A clear win, a good performance. As befits a man who has accomplished what he has. 3 gold medals at IBA World Championships, 3 at Pan American Games and 3 bronze medals at Olympic Games. 2-time WSB winner, it's quite the haul. And Tursunov in the middle of the ring now getting a good ovation from the crowd too, which is absolutely right.